Hey guys, and welcome to the Sonic movie number 2, so fixed version of the trailer.
I'm doing that in case I don't like it. We'll see what happens.
So, he's really into Sonic, I'm really into movies, so might as well.
Yeah, like... Well, before we get into this, let's just quickly talk about the original
Oh god.
goddamn nightmare fuel
Yeah.
thing. It was just terrible.
Yeah.
There are no words. Like, the design was awful. It was fit to real life or whatever the crap they used to explain it. It just wasn't good at all.
No.
It was just so bad. The only even remote saving grace, as pretty much everyone will agree, was Jim Carrey. He was awesome. But I still want more out of him, to be honest.
Yes, definitely. Now, I think the old one definitely went into the uncanny valley.
Yeah,
If you don't know what that is, it looks too human. Especially the teeth. What's with the teeth?
The teeth was
Please
weird.
tell me the teeth have gone, for God's sake.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look at
Please
that, yeah. Because the teeth were just weird. It literally was pretty much a guy in a fursuit, in a way. Like, that's how just weird it was.
I feel like whoever was the stand-in, because they always have stand-ins for when they have animated characters, I feel like they probably just modelled it around their shape.
More than likely. What? Yeah, so now we've discussed that. It's time to watch the new trailer.
New one. Oh.
I'm so scared. But we've loaded it up and it immediately has started with Green Hill Zone.
I know.
And it already looks awesome.
Yeah, I know.
But I know that that's something about Sonic's an alien or some jive. Like, that's his planet. Yeah, so that's
I didn't know this. Okay.
I read articles. That's all I can
Okay.
say. Alright, we're ready. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Sonic, a little ball of super energy in an extremely handsome package. On my planet, people were always after my powers, so I came to yours. It gets a little lonely, but that's okay. I am living my best life on Earth.
Kill something.
Oh! At the place Sonic! At the Pitcher's Mound, also Sonic! Ugh, I can't with that guy.
Oh my god.
So he had a ring?
Why are you hanging out in my garage? They're coming for me! If they steal my power, they could conquer the universe. You have to help me. No, I don't. Please, it's life or death.
Hey, there he is.
My rural chum, Mr. Dr. Robotnik.
Oh,
I'm going to give you 5 seconds to tell me where it is.
Wait, don't hurt him!
Whoa.
Road trip?
This can't be happening to me.
Oh my god, stop the car right now! What? The world's largest rubber band? I gotta see it!
No, this is not some fun family road trip.
You're right. It was lame. Gift shop was cool though.
Oh my god.
This seems so much better.
Yeah.
I'm going to uncover the source of its power.
Oh, no more Gangsta's
I
Paradise.
thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk. Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them!
Let me show you how it's done.
Wait, what's he stood on?
So should we get out of here?
Yeah, time to go.
I always want to
it's
do
not.
Oh, the counter.
this. Nailed it! Let's go! Here comes the boom!
How are you not dead?
I have no idea!
Give me a big fat break! That was an illegal left, by the way.
Aw, this one is cute. Let's keep him. Come on! You've got car insurance, right?
Why would you throw your life away for this silly little alien?
Good time.
He's my friend.
Let's go! This is my power. And I'm using it to protect my friends. Let's go! So, you're supposed to be Tom's best friend that he won't shut up about. That is very gross. Let's go!
So,
Alright, so there we are, team.
What?
Yeah.
There's one question. How? So rings are now teleportation devices, apparently.
Pretty much, yeah, that's what it seems like.
What?
Which is interesting. Like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Sonic X, even though they still don't teleport. So, okay, they've just kind of pulled that one out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I can even remotely think is, like, similar to that is in the games. You can use, well, when you... To get to the special stages in the older games,
Yeah.
you have to get a certain amount of rings, I think it's 50, and then you jump through a ring to get to the special stage.
Right.
So that could be a very vague explanation as to why they've done that.
Yeah.
But... okay, that's a little bit odd. Anyway, let's go immediate, like, initial reactions. Steve, what do you think?
It definitely seems, because on the last trailer we didn't get much of Sonic really himself.
Not really. There's a
Where-
reason why for that.
There was definitely a lot more Sonic in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
A lot
Oh,
less
yeah, so much.
Eggman. And it definitely seems like a movie now that I would actually want to see. Compared
Yeah.
to one that
Oh,
I'd just be
100%.
like,
What is
I might
this?
see it when it's on Netflix or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, it's definitely improved. Like you
yeah.
say, it looks more like a movie about Sonic now.
Yeah.
Which is great, 'cause in that, there was hardly a scene without Sonic actually in it.
Yeah.
And they've got... I wouldn't say it's perfect, in fact, far from perfect, but they've got a bit more of Sonic's charm, and I quite like that, so that's really interesting. What I want to see is more of Sonic's planet, which I'm just going to assume is called Mobius, because that makes sense.
Yeah.
I want to see more of that, because if that's basically the Sonic stages from the game, like
Yeah.
Green Hill Zone, and also at the very end of the trailer, when he's running along the Great Wall of China,
Yeah.
he throws a ring, and it shows a desert.
Yeah.
Now that could be any number of Sonic stages, or any number of anything, but it's quite obvious to say that's Sonic's planet. Which
Yeah.
is pretty cool. And it also reminds me of the first trailer as well. I think as like a post-credit thing, we actually see Robotnik in like a desert, in like his more
Oh, yeah,
Robotnik-y
we do,
outfit.
don't
we do.
we?
So I'm assuming that follows on from that, I think. I think it would be pretty awesome to see more of Sonic's planet. And hopefully, some more characters. But I partially doubt it. I think it would be cool if they brought, at the very, very, very least, Tails. That would be cool. Especially now that we'll go a bit more into the design a little bit later. The design is undeniably better, so...
Oh, yeah.
So I've got to say about that. What did you think about Jim Carrey's Eggman in this one compared to the last one?
Well, I feel like we got more of the character in the last one, of understanding the character, where this one just I feel like they've done this trailer expecting you to have already seen the first one.
The first trailer, which is understandable.
Yeah. Like, because you don't really get much about him in this trailer. If you've just seen this trailer on its own, you'd probably be like, okay, especially if you knew Sonic, you'd be like, oh, I get why that's that character. We don't really know much about him or anything.
Not really. I mean, in the last one, it very clearly detailed that Robotnik, Eggman, whatever you want to call him, is going after Sonic because he wants his power.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, it's kind of more just a throwaway line, rather than it being like, oh yeah, that's the thing. The only thing that, I don't want to say it annoys me, but I find it a bit odd, is Sonic leaves his planet because everyone's trying to go after his powers. So he comes to Earth, and now Eggman's trying to steal his powers. It's like, okay, so you left your planet to come to this planet for the same thing to happen.
The thing is, though, it's like, is there because like you know Sonic pretty well, is there a Sonic character that's not Eggman that would want to go after his powers that would be in Mobius?
Mobius. Well, the thing is, the Mobius universe is more from the comics.
Right.
Which I didn't really read.
Ah, okay.
From in the games, Sonic doesn't have a power. Like,
yeah.
In this, it almost I guess the best way to phrase it is, in like your Marvel, your DC, each
Yeah.
character kind of gets their powers from a thing.
Yeah.
Or like from an event or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Green Lantern and his ring.
Yeah.
If he hadn't got the ring on, he hadn't got his powers.
Yeah.
In this, it kind of does portray Sonic as a little bit of like a superhero sort of thing. Because he has basically super speed. That isn't a thing in the games, or it's very unportrayed in the game. That doesn't happen. That's just...
Right.
He's just a hedgehog that go fast. Isn't that right? No response. So, like, Eggman basically wants to just take over the world and make a theme park. Because, you know, that's apparently a thing. Yes, but in this one, he wants to steal his powers, which I guess makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because he has powers, whereas in the games he doesn't really do that. It's weird. It's hard to really compare it to any... It's hard to compare it to the games, is the best way to phrase it. Except from the design. The design looks better.
One thing I will say...
Go ahead.
...is I've just remembered that we now seem to have two versions of what actually made Sonic knock out the power.
Yeah,
because in the first one, it just seems to be him running down a road, where this one is playing baseball.
Yeah, and he's running around the pitch, isn't he?
So, which one is the actual thing?
I'd go with this one being a bit more canon, but I don't know, could be both in a way.
But the fact as well, we have now seen some scenes where they're the same, but like differences.
A bit different. Yeah.
Like what was? Oh, he was holding a ring when he catches him.
Yeah, whereas in the previous one, I think he was just there.
Yeah, he was just there. I don't think he was holding anything.
At least he didn't say meow in this one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was funny. Right, well, let's get on to the big issue, which is, of course, Sonic's new design.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
Well, obviously, I don't know Sonic as well as a lot of people, but to me, this seems more like Sonic.
You see that? That's what it should look like, which is good. But yes, continue.
He seems more like Sonic than a lot of other ones before, but yet it still does have more of a realism to it. It's sort. I think what it's like to me is almost like a mix between. It's all. I think it's like an chibi. Well, maybe not chibi, just an anime Sonic. I feel like that's what it is now, because he's still got these big eyes, but it's split up. It's not one big pupil.
Yeah.
They've got I think they've got his gloves on this one.
He does have gloves in this one, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what his shoes are like. I can't just remember without looking at it.
I'll talk about that later.
But yeah, it definitely seems it's not as well. I thought it would seem like I forget what the film's called now. I think Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh,
I thought it was going to maybe be more like that, but no, they've still given the right shadowing and all that to make it seem like he's in the right environment and it's not just drawn in over the top.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what I would say is they have a much, much nicer blend now of game / cartoon, whatever, to real life. I would say the blend's a lot better. In the old one, it was obviously heavily pushed towards real life.
Yeah.
Which is why it felt so weird and so strange. Whereas this one is kind of in the middle, actually, I would say. Like, it looks a lot... Compared to the old one, it looks a lot better. Like, straight off the bat, it looks better to the point where I definitely don't dislike it anymore. Like, the old one I was just like, God, no, that's terrible. But this one, I really like is the wrong word. I don't really like it, but I would watch the movie, have him all in it and everything, and not have any complaints. Yeah. I guess is the best way to phrase it. Yes, it could still arguably be better. Like, I don't know if you've seen on, like, YouTube, but there have been quite a few people who have...
Do redesigns,
And they've basically just gone, okay, here's the 3D model for Sonic, put it in the Sonic movie, bam. And I watch them and I'm like, fantastic. Like, it works, it looks great. In a way, I almost looked at it and was like, why don't we just do this? Like, why not? Why do they have to do another redesign when they could just literally go pretty much copy and paste? I don't know why they didn't just do that.
There's maybe some legal things that we don't know.
Probably real life shite that we need to consider, but whatever. Thinking about it, just the movie in itself. Yeah, okay, it looked better. They've given him his gloves. Happy about that.
Yeah.
They've sorted out the realism issue.
Yeah.
The teeth are sort of still there, but they're cartoony enough and not as like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you're not like freaked out by it or anything, so that's awesome. And one of my major complaints, especially with the old design, I honestly couldn't have cared less if they didn't mess up the shoes. One of the most iconic things about Sonic himself are his goddamn shoes. And they went and completely effed them up, and they were like, let's make them Nikes so we can profit from them. No.
Oh my god.
You ruined it. But the new design have made them look a lot truer to how they are in the games. And I am very, very thankful to that. Whoever did that in the Sony design compartment, thank you. You're amazing. Again, they're still not perfect.
No.
But a lot better. Like, so much better to the point where I think that's the best you're going to get, to be honest.
Yeah.
Without completely botching it. Alright, Sonic's had a few different shoe designs in the past. Like in Sonic Adventure 2, which is my personal favourite Sonic game. His shoes look completely different to how they are in basically every other game.
Yeah.
But it still looks right, and it still works. If you put the shoes that he has in the trailer on a Sonic in the game, I don't think it'd look that bad. I think it'd look great, actually.
Yeah.
So that's like the best compliment you can really give. It looks really good, and I like it. So I've got to give him that. Got to give credit to that.
What do you think, though, of the colours? Because the old one had a lot more of a... what's it? I guess it was like a human skin colour to the bits and the grey on the chest. Whereas this new one has much more of a... It's more like a tanned sort of skin colour, but it looks more like a fur colour than it does to a... Well, to what it did look like.
To what it did look like. Best way to phrase it is as we could see by that. Sonic in the games does not have a fuzzy stomach or fuzzy arms or anything like that. But looking at how they did it, and this is going to sound a little bit odd, but comparing it to a real hedgehog does not have a bare stomach. It has full fuzz basically everywhere, apart from the muzzle. That's exactly what they've done with this design.
Yeah.
They've put basically fuzz everywhere, which I'm actually fine with because at least the colours are a lot more accurate now.
Yeah.
And his hands just aren't white fur, which look dumb. I don't know why they'd even bothered with that in the first place, but whatever.
Yeah.
I think it actually looks alright, to be fair. I'm happy with it. Like, the colours, to me, are fine. Like, that's all I can say, really. The colours, to me, are fine. And, like you said earlier, the whole Uncanny Valley thing with the first one.
Yeah.
I would have said that's gone now.
Yeah, it has. I think the reason it has is because it's gone past the point of any part really registering with your brain as human.
Yeah.
Esque. Because, like, say for this, for example, we've got, like, the proportions on it aren't very human. The legs are short, the arms are short, wide stomach, big head.
Massive head.
Where, obviously, if this was human size, the head would be a lot smaller, the legs would be longer, the arms would be longer.
Exactly,
and
it just look weird.
That would look weird.
Exactly, and that's what they did with the first one.
Yeah.
Squeeze it.
Meow.
But yeah, I think that's all to really be said. Last thing I'll say about Jim Carrey as Robotnik, as he calls himself in the film.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy about that, actually. Because, okay, to me he is Eggman, but to a vast majority of people he's Robotnik.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about the fact that he calls himself Robotnik. He's alright. Like, he's not bad. He doesn't act like Eggman, he acts like another Jim Carrey character.
Yes, definitely.
But to be fair, that's to be expected. Really.
Yeah. You can't have Jim Carrey not as Jim Carrey.
Exactly, yeah. If you have Jim Carrey not as Jim Carrey, why did you cast Jim Carrey? Like, it's exactly that. But he's not so ridiculous and so outlandish that I can't accept it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because Eggman's never been the super... Apart from, like, your odd moments in the few of the games, he's never had a super serious tone.
No.
At the end of the day, he's an Eggman.
Yeah.
Like, he's just this giant, rotund scientist guy. He's never really meant to be taken super seriously. Not like freaking Sonic 06, where you've got Mephiles, the super edgelord, who makes Shadow look tame, who just straight up kills Sonic in 2 seconds. Spoilers. And then you've got Eggman, who's been trying for friggin' 20 years, and he's never even come close. It's like, alright, he doesn't do that, but I still feel like what might happen is as the film progresses, he might get a bit more serious.
Yeah.
Which replicates the games a bit more, which I like.
I guess from the idea, if they're going while he wants his powers, not his, not take over the world, the incentive in the film won't actually be to try and kill him.
Yeah, exactly. So that's good.
So that's going to work in its favour to giving across the kind of Eggman that you used to.
Yeah, his machines also look, again, realistic-ish.
Yeah. They look. I think I think it's an anime aesthetic in a sense.
Kind of, yeah.
It's
in a
just
way.
like a mecha type of
Genlock.
No, we do not speak of that.
That would be kind of sick, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's just randomly a giant freaking Holland just appears like, "What's up?" Although, actually, to be fair, along them lines, Eggman has some massive, ridiculous machines in the Sonic games. Like, I would like something like that to appear.
That would be cool. Like, because it looks like from a lot of them, he's controlling them as they're like a drone type of thing.
Yeah.
So he's controlling them away. But then there is a lot of Eggman machines where he's inside of them.
Oh, tons. Like,
so
basically
it'd
all
be
the bosses.
very nice to see that in the final movie.
I agree completely. I think I'd want at least one big one that is a little bit of like a replica of one of the bigger ones in the actual games. Like the Death Egg robot would be kind of cool. Probably the Egg Dragoon I think is a little bit more realistic, or could be more realistically made. You'll find out what I mean when you put the image on the screen when you edit this.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool to have at least one big, cool looking robot as like the end.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Speaking of the end, is that it?
Yeah.
Awesome. God, we have a lot to say about this movie. But very last thing is I'm actually quite interested to see it now. So
yeah. I think it was one of them films I was probably going to see, but I wasn't like, oh yes, I can't wait to see this type of film.
Yeah, I know.
But now I'm actually like, oh yeah, I'm actually looking forward to when this comes out next year.
Oh hell yeah. I was originally like, alright, I'm going to go see it because it has Sonic in the title and I feel morally obliged, but I know it's going to be a train wreck.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm a bit like, it might actually have potential to be pretty decent and we need a good video game movie.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Although, one thing I am interested is when actually is it going to be released, because there's been so many different dates
I
going
heard
round.
Valentine's Day.
Well, I heard February of 2020, so...
It said that in the trailer, didn't it? So.
So that's quite soon, really? Like...
3 months, yeah.
Yeah, so I assume they haven't changed the entire movie, they've just swapped out Sonic in all the scenes.
Seems that way, yeah. I don't think they would have reshot anything.
No.
Probably not. They may have added a couple more scenes, but...
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Alright, that will be all, because otherwise we will sit here for hours.
Yeah.
Not even joking. And we've got a script to film. So yeah. Spoilers. Well, it's not really, but whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks again for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Ring the bell to hear about all random videos like this one, and I just missed half the end thing.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah.
So, give us a like if you enjoyed what you see. Leave a comment down below if you want to see more.
Whoa. I need to say something as well. I want to say something too. But yeah, subscribes are appreciated. I think that's the next thing to say. Yeah. Alright. See you next time, guys.
Bye.